Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? I'm not too bad. We have officially started haying for the season, and that entails me getting nothing done in the house. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Hopefully we don't break down too much. That makes a big difference. But anyway, I think this is on my website. It's You Might Be a Farm Wife If. Okay, so I will read this to you, and then we will get to the video. So it's, you might be a farm wife if your entryway most days smells like cow manure. Mine does, even just because my son works at the sales barn. You have designated coats, hats, and shoes for chores and for town. You have four-legged critters showing up at all hours of the day, especially if you run a feedlot and you have cattle coming in and coming out. And your new alarm clock entails the Jake brakes on a semi. If I hear Jake brakes anywhere, I am just like taken back. You are asked, which is in other words told, to open gates, and always when you're in the middle of something important. And my husband has impeccable timing on when I am super busy, and that is when he needs me. You may have a baby calf in the tub or in the garage or in the back seat of a vehicle, which is why leather seats are so important. They should be mandatory for farmers. Your back sink looks like a cross between a pharmacy and a surgical unit. Mine still does. You lose a shelf in the fridge specifically for cattle drugs. Yes. You are on call 24/7 for possible escape critters. Rounding up bucking bulls should be one of those episodes on Dangerous Jobs. Not rounding them up during the day, rounding them up at night. Super scary. You have delivered coffee, meals, snacks, cigarettes, and Bluetooth speakers to the fields, usually during spring, summer, and fall. You have written bigger checks for feed than for food. Total fact, I'm telling you. You can drive a stock trailer through town. However, this does not mean you can actually back it up. I'm proof of this. I can drive that sucker, but I ain't backing it up. Nope. You've chased critters cross-country more than once and without a gun. It's in reference to hunting season. You know how to use a hot shot, load an ear tagger, administer vaccines to cattle, and know what the chain is used for during calving. You know that when branding cattle and pouring on wormer at the same time results in a mandatory fire extinguisher nearby. No cattle were harmed, just some singed hair. You have used Corona medicated ointment on your baby's diaper rash. You know that your husband has used Corona on himself. Yeah, that could be too much information, right? But like I say, it was called Corona way before Corona was a thing, okay? Before COVID-19 came around. The words, "This is how it's going to work," make you roll your eyes and prepare for the worst because you know it's not happening. You have had multiple instances of lack of communication, usually over the number of head being purchased and brought home. This is never on accident. It's always on purpose. Powdered milk and protein shakes will forever smell like milk replacer for baby calves. Oh, some of them are just like, oh. It's like, how can you eat it? You have no days off. Fact. You've been asked to come to the hayfield to help look for a bolt. I'm not kidding you. Needle in a haystack versus bolt in the hayfield. I seriously do not make any of this up. Seriously. And then they ask me what's for supper, and I'm like, I've just been in the field for the whole afternoon helping you look for a bolt, and I'm supposed to have supper magically made? Yeah, I wish I was a genie, but geez. Okay. You've learned not to volunteer and learn how to drive the tractor. I do not know how to drive the tractor. Nope, I will not learn, because once you learn, you are asked to do it. Always. Don't do it. There's no raises, no promotions, and no retirement in sight. You may no longer need a babysitter for the kids, but you're always looking for someone for the horses, the cows, the bulls, the dog. It's never ending. If you are working and not getting paid, you might be a farm wife. And there's tons of other scenarios, but that was just something I had written a few years ago, and like I said, it's probably on my website. Okay, anyway, we're doing an impromptu video today just because I was foraging for rose petals and I came across a little stand of oats, wild oats, I don't know. Well, they're probably from feed. We have so much feed all over. And yeah, decided to do a video on oat straw and oats and all those things. So we will start with in the office and then in the kitchen. My office, my kitchen. Yeah, 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. Let's go to the office. This is my office. I got the pencil on the wall yet. I got my son's box of rodeo receipts. He's good. Like, I have been lecturing my husband for the last few decades here and how to, compile receipts and save, I mean, farming's rough, much to say other side businesses and everything. And yeah, my son has it down. He's good. Yeah. Too bad my husband doesn't learn. I brought my bees back. They're from Velvet Stitches. She has a Facebook link. They're so damn cute, aren't they? And my bees outside are busy. They're all over our potato plants and my cilantro and the alfalfa, and it's glorious. Okay, anyway, today we are talking about oat straw. It is part of the grass family. It is warm and moistening. Now, when I was researching this, I was really shocked, like what oat straw entails and what it can do for you and me. This is an amazing thing, okay? Okay, if you're going to use the actual oat straw, not the straw part, but the actual oats on top, that's when it's when to harvest for a tincture. Okay, for this medical part of it, you use the green seeds when they're harvested in the milky stage. So you would so they're green. They're not the beautiful golden color, okay? They're the green when they're still green. And you can actually take the seeds and squish them. And I tried to get a picture of this for you, and it's impossible. But anyway, you squeeze them with your thumbnail, and this little milky liquid will come out. Perfect. That's when you want them. You just strip them off the oat straw, and then you can use them fresh in a tincture or dried in a tincture. Yeah, and that's what I did. And I can show it to you. Just, you don't have to make a tincture. But it's a gentle nervine. Sorry. I remember these. A nervine tonic. It's for exhaustion, sleeplessness, adrenal burnout, addiction to nicotine or caffeine. Who's addicted to caffeine around here? Nobody. Actually, the sleeplessness and adrenal burnout, I need to start doing this. Or any other drugs. Okay? One of the things. It's also a diuretic. So, when we get to the oat infusion to drink, you might not want to take it at night because you could be up a lot at night. Kind of like the dandelion tea. It's a good day, morning thing, not night. It's an alternative demulcent, nervine. It's nutritious, tonic. Helps with irritability, anxiety, nervousness, exhaustion associated with stress. It contains minerals, trace minerals, vitamin A, B, and E. Is an antioxidant. I didn't say that above. That's funny. Contains potassium, calcium, magnesium, and silica, which is great for your skin, your bones, your hair, your nails. This is why my grandma had such awesome nails. She ate her oatmeal. No, she had beautiful nails. Mine suck. Anyway, if you take the tea, Oat Straw tea, okay, you can take it on a regular basis. Helps with your daily life, especially when life kicks us down and you feel kind of down and upset and depressed and not motivated. Daily tea for you, okay? And you can, and it's actually really good. The one we're gonna do cold, so you could do it like as a afternoon pick-me-up or something, right? Food, of course, it's food. Oatmeal, you can eat it as a raw cereal. You can eat it raw. We're going to talk about that. And the oatmeal is a great soluble fiber, right? But the interesting about the oatmeal is it lowers your LDL, which is the bad cholesterol in your body. It lowers it. And it can help reduce high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, heart attack, and stroke. So it's good for your heart. Don't freak when I tell you how much you have to eat to get those benefits. Because if you can't eat that much, just do some. So for the medical part of this, 1 bowl 6 times a week. It's not that hard. And it's not a lot. Okay? We're not talking like the whole soup bowl. We're just a little bowl. I forgot to look up the, is it 1 cup? 1 cup is a lot of oatmeal. Okay? So Kimberly Gallagher in her Aphrodisiac book calls it the modern day love potion. I don't do love potions, but this is interesting. It stabilizes blood sugar levels. It nourishes the hormone system. Makes it so you don't have the yo-yo moods. But nobody likes the yo-yo emotions. I hate it. It's exhausting. So, that's a great benefit. There are no contradictions to oat straw, oatmeal. It's safe, generally regarded as safe. What was it? Yeah, grass. Generally regarded as safe. So it's good for little kids. It's good for big kids. You can find gluten-free. If you check your stuff, buy the organic one because it ain't much more than the regular one. Don't buy instant oatmeal. Don't do it. But but you can find it gluten-free. So, some companies do, they'll say it may not be gluten-free. I think Bob's Mill and some other ones, big ones, they will say they're gluten-free. So you don't have to worry about that aspect of it. I wanted to say one thing. Oh, you can use this in a bath. It's been a while since we've had chicken pox outbreaks, but I remember my oldest daughter never got chicken pox, but her sister did, and we made a sock monkey out of a nylon. So we gave him ears and, a little tail full of oatmeal. So when she took a bath, she had that oatmeal bath to help soothe her chicken pox. Of course, her older sister was a little jealous because she wanted a monkey too, but she didn't have chicken pox. But yeah, you can use it. It's a great thing. Like, itchy skin, might have had mosquito bites. I wonder if it'll work on that. But you just put it in a piece of muslin or cheesecloth, a dish towel. Like I said, in our house, it was socks or nylons. 1 cup. Let it soak in your tub. Get your hair in there, girls. Like, oatmeal's great for your hair and your skin and your face. So take your sock and, wash your face. Maybe let it dry a little bit while you're soaking your hair and pamper yourself. Okay, yeah. So we are going to do... I'm sorry. It's a day. It's a day. Okay, so we are going to do an oat infusion to drink. Okay. And then we're going to do, I'll show you my tincture, my oat top tincture. And what was the other thing? Oh, we are going to make overnight oats. Okay, here's the kicker on this, you guys. This is important. So in case you miss it in the recipe, when you soak your oats, you need an acid medium in there. You need the acid medium in there. I can't remember why. But the acid medium makes it easier for us to digest all this stuff. It's important, okay? So, off my soapbox. That's all I had to say. We are going to the kitchen and we're going to have some fun with our oat straw. I'll see you there. So here's my tincture really quick. I had the oat tops, the milky oat tops. So when I squeezed it, you could see this milky stuff come out, which it was, like I said, it's hard to catch. So I put them in a jar and I put the alcohol ratio in there, and they're just gonna set for 2 to 4 weeks. So here is my oat straw green tops that I bought, just because I didn't have any. Okay, this is oatmeal, and if you want to make your own instant oatmeal, just take the regular rolled oats, stick them in a blender or food processor, and blend for 10 to 12 seconds. And these were my oat tops that I picked and are drying. Okay, and change of plans. I lied. We are going to make spicy oat milk first. So it's 1 teaspoon of ginger in a jar. So it's kind of a little process, but we can get through it, right? We're good. And then it's going to be a 1/4 of a teaspoon of cardamom powder into the jar. And then a little bit of salt. Now you can add the salt here, you can add the salt at the end. I just added it here. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And this is my honey. I'm going to add it later, but I have it in that little jar because it's easier to melt down. Remember, put the knife in the jar. Okay, don't want to bust the jar. And we're going to add boiling water over the top of it to pretty much the top of the jar. You know, roughly that 4 cups of hot boiling water. And with this, we can you can put it in your morning coffee, your cereal, you know, use it just like a regular milk, but it's spicy, and I just thought that would be great in coffee. And so we're going to cover it up and wrap it up and let it sit for 15 minutes. Okay? Let them sit 15 minutes. Okay, so he has that 15 minutes. He's still nice and toasty warm. And I'm just going to strain him with a regular fine strainer, not with a cheesecloth, because I don't mind the cinnamon being in there, right? It's I like that. I'm just taking out the more bigger ginger chunks. And yeah, so you strain him into a new jar, and he's going to sit on the counter now. Oh wait, nope. Gotta add our honey. I'm adding my honey now because once you make this, you don't really want to warm it up again. Okay? It'll just make it thick and slimy. So you don't want to really heat it up after this. So I'm going to add my honey here because it's nice and warm. And then I'm just going to let him set on the counter till he's room temperature. You can cover him with a lid so you don't get any, bugs in there. Okay. And so once it reaches room temp, we're going to put it in the refrigerator until it is the refrigerator temp, which is roughly around 40 degrees. It's right beside my beautiful iced tea. Okay, so once it's totally cool, we're going to put it in the blender, and we're going to add 1 cup rolled oats to this. Okay? Now, if you weren't using the spices, Okay, and then you blend for 30 seconds and see the consistency. Make sure your oatmeal's all smooth. If you weren't doing the spices in this, you wouldn't need to do all these steps. You would just want to use cold tap water and put it in the blender, you know, like 3.5, 4 cups, and with your 1 cup of oats. So we blend it for 30 seconds till it's totally smooth. And not totally smooth. It's not gonna be totally smooth. See, I have some. But they're broke down. But I decided I was gonna do it another 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, and then this is what I ended up with. It's kind of thicker. It's not as thick as almond milk, but it's thicker than coconut milk. Does that make sense? I strained it through a bigger strainer the first time, and then I re-strained it through a thinner strainer the second time. It's not that easy to strain, okay? But it's doable, okay? I used it in my coffee, and I'll tell you what, it was really good. It's really good. I love the spices. I could have added more spices. I think next time I will. So you store this in the fridge. It will keep up to 3 days. It will separate just because, you know, just shake the jar before you use it. And to our infusion of oats. So this is like a very strong tea. A tea you let steep for like 20 minutes. This will steep anywhere from 4 to 12 hours. Okay, so you could let it steep in the morning. You could let it steep overnight. You need 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce of oat straw and tops if you want. I put about 1/2 cup or so oat straw. You just top it off with boiling water, right? Don't forget the knife. Boiling water, and let it sit out. Cover it and let it sit for your duration of time. If you don't like it hot or cold, if you don't like it, it's a great base for other teas. You can add chamomile, lemon balm, mint, you know, make your own creation. It's so beneficial. And don't forget to sweeten it with whichever sweetener you prefer. Now to our overnight soaked oats. 1 cup raw will give you 2 cups, quote, cooked, unquote, oatmeal, okay? The acid base. 2 cups liquid, 1 tablespoon of the lemon juice or the apple cider vinegar. I used yogurt. You can use yogurt, kefir, or whey. So 1 cup oatmeal, 2 cups yogurt. I just mixed it up and put it in the fridge overnight. It came out really, really nice and creamy and smooth. You could add, I added drizzle honey, cinnamon, cranberries, and cherries. You could actually mix that up with when you soak it. It would be totally fine. And I did microwave it for about 30 seconds. And there you go. A few great benefits of oat straw. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.